Uh, Hi, this is Utpal. Welcome to App Tax and Accounting Services. Right now, I am going to be interviewed by a student from George Mission to finish his one of our accounting project. So yes, Yasmin, can you just give a brief descriptions about this project you are going to do, and then you can start asking your questions to me.
Okay, well, the project is um, giving an interview in the field that I'm pursuing, which is accounting.
Thank you. So before you start asking me questions, just let you know, mostly answers I will provide you based on my field of accounting, which is taxation. So you can go ahead and start asking your first questions.
Okay, here we go. So there are many jobs in the accounting field. What made you choose to be a tax accountant?
Okay, good questions. So basically, I did my grad in business administration, where I came across a lot of subjects, let's say marketing, management, accounting, auditing, financing. All in a sudden, the accounting part actually caught my eye. I mean, because of its well diversity. And then after I finished my graduations, I actually did a career certificate in accounting instead of going for MBA or master's program in accounting. And soon because that's like a combinations of all core subjects of accounting. And while I was doing, I actually was very much interested in taxation, and it's really, caught my eye again. And I thought this is a great field for me. And immediately after finished my career certificate in accounting, I was hired by a big tax accounting firm in USA, and I started working for them. And after a few months of working, I was really interested, and I closed my eye, and I thought like this is my career should be to begin with and to end with. So that's the way I actually jumped in this field.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
So what kind of communication skills are needed for tax return preparation?
Okay, well, it depends on what fields of accounting you are actually working. But basic things, basically, I can tell you a few parts which actually related to any fields of accounting you're working. So number one is I will say is oral and interpersonal communication skills, which is very important because wherever you are working, you need to communicate with your colleagues, either your colleagues or your clients or your manager, whatever it is. So interpersonal communication skills is very important to me. And second one is the computer skills. Okay, while I say computer skills, it's actually basically trains towards to software. So first is MS Microsoft Excel is very important. And then second, there are a lot of software in the market nowadays, and is very related to whatever fields you work in the accounting. It is very important to learn the software. Now, there are a lot of softwares. Let's say you go for accounting in financial reporting sort of jobs, okay? So there are a specific software for that part. Let's say you go for taxation. There are again a lot of software for these tax purposes. Let's say you go for auditing. There are software, a lot of software. So first of all, whatever you pick up, let's say I picked up a taxation, so I learned a software from my workplace. And then the main part is here, whatever software you picks up for whatever field, if you can nail it down, if you can know the software properly, it doesn't matter. You change the job, you go another job, and you start working over there. The new software gonna be 1, 2, 3 to learn for you. So software is a very important thing. And then I will say detailed oriented. So whatever you're working, you have to be like, you know, that's what you are doing, and you have to go deeper to that things. So you're not, because accounting is very a method of very accuracy things. So you have to be very specific, detailed oriented, whatever you're doing on things. And finally, I will say, um, whatever you're doing, you have a focus on a solution. So you have to come up with the solutions, whatever you're doing, because at the end of the, you get a job and you get a project or whatever it is, at the end of the day, you have to give a solutions for that things. So that's basically, I will say you need to be all sort of skills you have to be a tax return preparations.
Mm. I see. My next question kind of relates to what you were saying. Uh, so I know there's a lot of like computer skills that are needed for the modern accountant, but I want to know what are certain activities that don't really require a computer?
Without computer, you means, yeah? Okay, the first things I will say, the information gathering. It doesn't matter what field of accounting you are working, but for my purposes, like say I work in taxation field. So first things, without even when my client comes in my office, without opening my computer, I just try to collect all the information they needed. And this is very important. You know why? Let's say some of my clients, they come and they ask me, hey, I have a W-2. I want to do my taxes. Let's say I didn't ask anything to them and I started doing his or her tax return, and they left my office, and later on they came, hey, I got a letter from IRS and I have blah blah issue, like I had other income and things. So first things, when they come, I am not happy with only the W2, so I ask them questions. Hey, do you have any other incomes? Do you have any self-employed income, like did you receive any 1099, or do you have any share market, do you have any rental property? So all these things I gather first, and then I jump into the computer, so gathering information is very important to me, apart from these computer things.
I see.
Mhm.
I know accountants rely on software programs to do the math for them, but how often do you have to use your own math skills on the job without using like the computer?
Okay, that's a great question. Actually, I use, to be honest with you, as a guideline, the basic math in my head, I always use it. So let me tell you some things like here. So let's say general purposes, like say addition, subtractions, multiplications, whatever we do, figure, I cannot do like all these big numbers in my head. So I put in the computer, and I mean, the software does it for me. But tax, the way we do the tax is not basically related only with the one number. It's related with the multiple numbers. So when I throw these numbers in my software, like so one part is a five numbers, they are doing subtractions, one part five numbers, they are doing additions, one part some are doing the multiplications. Okay, and but I know what might be the ending result, because that the part I am calculating in my head. Okay, so when after everything done, whatever result I get, if I don't see the result is very closer whatever I am expecting, that means there is a problem. So basically, the main focus of mine is the math in my head. So the other parts I rely on the software, but the basic part, I mean the basic result, whatever I am looking for, I know what going to be the end result. That's actually I am calculating in my head. I think, am I clear to you?
Yes, I think I understand. So our next question is, in the accounting field, deals with a lot of paperwork. So what kind of writing skills are needed as a tax accountant?
Okay, it again depends on field of accounting. So in my professions, actually, whatever we do here, we do 1040 for individual taxes, for 1120s for the corporate taxes. So everything is like a structure wise, like a profit and loss account, like a balance sheet. So everything is written on the software. So I don't need to write anything apart from putting the number over there. Yeah, I need to write a letter. Let's say if my client get audited, and then sometimes I need to write some sort of letter sort of things to provide them to send it IRS. Is a basic letter. But yeah, there are some fields in accounting where there needs a lot of writing skills, and I would I can tell you what are those fields. Let's say if you go into auditing fields, I think you need to write a lot of things over there, because when audit starts, you have to go through a lot of letter procedures and everything. So you need a good writing skills. But there is a structures of those sort of writing skills. It's not a common writing skills. And also I'll see, if you are a financial reporter, then you have to, your writing skills should be good, because you need to write a lot of things to produce your financial reports. So yeah, basically that's the way it works to me. I mean, to based on my knowledge.
Mhm. So what skills do you most depend on the job?
Can you repeat the questions again, please?
Oh, what kind of skills do you most depend on the job? Like, what kind of like your computer skills or your communication skills? Which do you
Okay,
have
that's
to?
a good question. Okay, for the very beginning, I actually focus on my knowledge. and then my experience, then my focused on solutions, and then like accuracy. So knowledge means I am talking about here completely the fundamental theory of books or terminology, whatever we studied or right now you are studying. So if you don't have a clear conceptions about those sort of terminologies in your head, you will be confused in some parts. Let's say if somebody comes here today to me and say, hey, what is head of household? If I don't know the terminology, that means I don't know anything at all about the taxations. Okay. So the terminologies and the theories, it's a very basic things you have to know. Secondly, I also experience. I have been working in this field 12 years. So first I mean, also 3, 4 years, I was just experimenting a lot of things, gathering knowledge, everything, because people cannot be perfect in one day, even in 10 years. I am learning, so, but first 2, 3 years is a very learning process. So first 2, 3 years, I actually did a lot of taxes from a lot of, I mean, surrounding with a lot of different environments. People have a lot of like situations, So I told you, like I used to work for a big tax accounting firm. For some specific reason, I cannot give you the name. So that place, let's say in my place, I see pretty much similar sort of tax return every day, every year. But on that places where I used to work, I saw various sort of situations with the people. So it was very easy for me to learn in a couple of years, and I learned it. Secondly, I will say focused on solutions. So whoever comes to me, definitely I have to give a solutions to them. It doesn't matter whatever it is. If I can give a solution, that means I cannot do the job. So here is a good things. You talked about software things here. Sometimes software helps here. Okay. So let's say I have started doing a tax return for one of my clients, and I'm getting some problem. And every time my software is giving me hints, hey, this tax return is not done yet correctly. There is something else as you need to do it. So yeah, either way, you have to come to a solutions here. Otherwise, you're not giving the ending result to your clients. And finally, I will say the accuracy is a very important in this accounting field. And you have to be very interpersonal communication skills. You have to have your punctuality level very high. I mean, I think those are the skills here.
Okay. So what skills do you think should be more talked about more in the accounting field, like should be more aware of, I guess?
In accounting field, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, as I explained you the knowledge, like say, if you want to be accountant, it doesn't matter what field you go, the knowledge is like this, the basic fundamental theory is very important. I can give you an example. Let's say you are doing accounting 101 or 102, like say financial accounting 101 or 102. A few things you have to know really clearly. Let's say your journal, ledger, profit and loss account, balance sheet, and especially the gap, generally accepted accounting principle, because they complies all these rules and you have to abide by these rules. And if I see here, yeah, rules and regulations which compliance with the accounting standard, so those sort of things you have to have, definitely a must. And secondly, I talked to you about the software also. You have to pick up a software whatever field you go, and I told you have to nail it down. If you know that software well, your 80% job is done over there. And next step, wherever you move, whatever software you get, new software, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3 matter of like a seconds to learn that software, because you know the basic things. And also the communications skills is very important. I told you it's always goes with hands in hands with any professions. So those sort of skills you should have actually in accounting fields.
Okay, great. So what are this is your own company? You have your own company?
Yeah, this is my own company. Yeah. You correct.
Well, yeah, I want to know what are the reasons behind to create your own.
Oh, that's a great
company?
question. A lot of people ask me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was not actually sure that's how successful I will be by creating this company. So yeah, my company's name is App Tax and Accounting Services. I created this company, I mean, established this company in 2013, which is like almost almost close to 10 years. And I am the places you're seeing me right now, I started from the same places. I am still in the same room and same locations. This is one of the good things, yeah.
Yeah.
So the reason behind this opening this, I mean, establishing this company is, I would say there are a few reasons. While I used to work for I told you, like the tax accounting firm, uh, after after I got exported from them, I realized like their pricing policy was really quite high. because we have a all sort of people around these places, and the during the tax season they look for a good accountant with a reasonable pricing. But the places I used to work, even a simple taxes cost them a lot of money, so they are always complaining about their fees in terms of tax preparation, as is significantly higher prices. And at the same time, they had a various sort of accountant over there. Let's say it does, you go there, you might, if you are lucky, you might grab a good expert is guys. If you're not lucky, you might get a guy who doesn't know actually that much. So the level of service was like a different. So I was thinking, okay, I had enough experience, so let me give it a try. So I established this company, and the second reason I will say is I believe in. I actually don't believe in working in hierarchy. Hierarchy. I actually believe, like, if I work with a hierarchy system, hierarchy structure, I would not be able to deliver the 100% what I have inside me, because there are some bossing, there are some comments and everything. So technically, that's another point of view behind to establish this company. Yeah. So basically, if I say what is the most important reason, one is to help people to fit within their budget to prepare the tax return, and secondly, I will say my independent working nature, doing things. So that's the reason behind this opening this company.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, congratulations on
Thank you. Yeah,
like over 10
and
years.
also I thanks you guys. Because of you guys, I am established today here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think my aunt has been with you for like a couple of years. I don't know
Okay.
how
Yeah.
long, but yeah.
What's her name?
Sheila Popel.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. I know her. I mean, Sheila Popel has been doing not 2 years. I think she's been doing her tax return with me for last 4, 5, 6 years.
Yeah,
And
that's a
that's the
long
way I know.
time.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's the way. It's like a word of mouth. In 2013, when I established this company, I had only 10 or 15 clients.
Hmm.
First 2, 3 years, I really struggled. I had other accounting job. I used to do other accounting job, but
Mhm.
I really struggled hard, really hard. But I think from the year fourth or fifth, I started doing very good because of the word of mouth. It worked, and I'm doing very well by the bless of everything. By the bless of God. Right now, I have almost more than 1,000 clients, and every
Wow,
year is increasing. Yeah,
that's really
and
good.
that's one of the things. The skills is a interpersonal skills is very important to build up this business. Okay, so
Well,
what's gonna be your next question, please?
okay. What should students expect in the accounting profession?
Oh, everybody looks for a great job after they finishing their graduation, so that's the most important things. And then secondly, uh, it depends like what fields you are going, and
Mhm.
based on that, let's say if you go auditing, you need a separate sort of skill level within you. If you go financial accounting, you need a separate sort of. If you go taxation, separate sort of thing. So basically, what I will say, wherever you go, there are some basic sets of theory here, which is like examining the financial statement with the compliance of rules and regulations. That is very important. If you go for a taxation job, so in the company, always they, apart from their general tax liability, they have also other sort of tax liabilities. Let's say they run payrolls stuff. So if you go for sorry, if you go for taxation field, you have to know like when to pay, how much you owe in timely manner, those sort of things. Just give me a second, let me drink some water. And thirdly, I will say organizing and maintaining financial records if you go in a financial jobs, which is very important. In that case, you have to start with the books, which is a journal, ledger, and then you follow profit and loss state account, and then you go for balance sheet, those sort of things. So all this record processing has to be accurately. And if you are like a decision maker guy in the company, then you have to suggesting your OS to reduce the cost of this like product or whatever you say for your company expenses, and how you can enhance your revenue and how you can maximize your profit.
Okay. Well, last question. What tips do you have for students studying in the accounting field?
Okay, I will just say two things here. Okay, it's pretty straight.
Mhm.
So if you pick up whatever field you want in accounting, first things, as I mentioned, is come up with a one core subject in the accounting. You cannot play around taxation or financing or auditing. So first come up with the core module, like the core subject. Core field where you want to work. So that's very important. And second, when you picked up that things, you have to find out the related software with that, which sometimes is not possible in university level, or but once you go in the work they train you, so you have to pick up the software what is related to your core field. So you have to learn this software very well, and then you are well settled from my point of view.
Mm. Okay.
I
Well,
think I was able to answer your all questions. You have any more questions?
no, we're all done.
Yeah, so if you need any more things later on, just email me, shoot me an email. I will able to answer to you. Okay, that's not gonna be a big difficulties for me. And I wish you all the best. Your project goes very smoothly. Mhm.
Oh, thank you so much.
And you have a great night. Yeah. Mhm.
Thank you for your time and for doing this. This will help me a lot.
Okay, wishing you all the best. Okay, bye.
Bye.